You
Let's
add
start
those
calling him
together.
we're going to call him Tony Hawk from now
Tony
on.
Hawk. Got that pop shove it going on. Hello everyone and welcome in once again to Money Shift Sim Series. I'm Mitchell, joined today by just Austin, no Jake today. Austin, how you doing, bud?
Doing good, my friend. Glad to be back.
Yeah, absolutely. And where are we at today, my good man?
Well, we're going to just call it Lawnaco.
Lawnaco, that's right. Yeah, Lawnaco. We're in Monaco driving lawnmowers. You've heard it if you watch the last couple episodes, which you should. You should watch every race, not just our super fantastic fun meme races like this one and the next round on the Hot Wheels, which, spoiler alert, we're recording this on Thursday before our Hot Wheels race. How you feeling about that one?
I'm telling you, that one's going to be top tier. There's going to be crashing and bashing. Can't wait.
You are not wrong there. So, before we get started on this one, let's look at our current championship standings. Jake from State Farm is sitting up front on 76 points. Pulled a little bit of a gap after Road America. He's got a 14-point lead over Jake Johansson. They had quite the battle last week, didn't they?
Sure did. The Jakes are battling it out. Jesse, though, he was giving us a run for our money here on this episode we're about to be watching. The Lawnaco.
I'd forgotten what happened this race, and you just reminded me of of Jesse. So
The brutal spanking that Jesse gave all of us.
yes, followed by Jesse is myself, Mullet Squirrel, Chad, and you are tied right now for 6th place.
Not for long, Chad. It's going to be broken. We got this.
Not for long. Although you do, as you see, have 2 X's by your point total, which means you have already dropped 2 rounds. That's what the black X's refer to, is how many rounds are dropped. If you miss a round, obviously you get 0 points for that round, so that's an easy one to figure out which one you're dropping. Drop maximum of 2 out of the 10. For most people that get all 10 races in, it's probably going to be either this round or next round that they drop, because the points are different. Today and next week, 3 points for the win, 2 points for second, 1 place for third, plus we have bonus points still. We have fastest lap, we have most passes or hard charger, and then halfway through race number 1, I said, screw it, anyone that gets a clean lap, meaning no wall touches or anything, you get an extra bonus point. I didn't do that either race, spoiler alert there, but it did benefit some people, and I was not one of them.
That's me. That's who it benefited right here.
But let's go ahead and get into it here. We have Lawnaco, as we stated. There's the Honda lawnmowers that you're looking at. They are treaded front tires. Oh my goodness.
It's like a 1,000cc motor on basically a death trap on wheels.
Let's get into it. The lights are on. The lights are up, I should say. Waiting for them to start loading up here. My goodness, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6 red lights, and
Wait for it to turn off.
we're going.
And pure chaos.
20-minute sessions. We haven't mentioned that yet. It's going to be 2 20-minute sessions. We didn't realize this till afterwards, but oh goodness.
Look at that. Just
The
a
mayhem
bunch of
has
ping pongs in
begun.
the back. Yep. First corner, not clean.
Not for a handful of people, at least. Who's that? That's me.
I think that's maybe me. I got somehow all the way up into 4th. Oh, there's me in 3rd now.
It's really focusing. It's really liking me at this point. There's Chad Mazda Speed in the front white mower there. But I was trying to mention, I was doing that at the very wrong time, obviously. Shouldn't do that as we're going into turn 1, but it's going to be 2 20-minute races. We're going to reverse the grid after the first race. Oh, more contact. So someone's just absolutely stuck there.
Yeah.
But, oh, and it looks like I have a rim outside of my wheel. Maybe that's why I was so slow.
Yeah.
The grid order was actually determined for the first race by the order that we joined the server. Didn't realize that right away. Didn't realize that until basically at the end of, I think, the second race. Like, that's how it was determined. But
I remember starting at the middle of the pack. That first corner happened. Everybody crashed, and that's where I took my third place. I'm just like right up there to the front.
I think I started third or fourth and went to the back because I was probably the first few, if not the very first, to go around backwards. So
I can't get over how ridiculous this looks. Everybody racing a lawnmower.
But everyone's got their full fire suits on. Oh, Jesse has set the fastest lap on lap 1:58. You saw that flash above.
Foreshadowing the rest of the race.
Yep. Casino Square or something like that is what that one's called. On the front straightaway. And what did you make of controlling these?
Honestly, after playing around with it for so long, it became comfortable. It was very finicky. You had to finesse a lot. That was a good crash.
I just got absolutely smoked, and then he gets smoked as well.
No.
So. Oh, and even just trying to flick those around to go the right direction is another just adventure.
Yeah, I mean, they were a handful of a vehicle. I really enjoyed driving them, but it was not ideal.
There's another example of that from Jake. So he puts it backwards.
It's a rough vehicle to drive if we got Jake from State Farm in the back of the pack.
Which he is now on your racing tower. This brand new, beautiful racing tower as Stieg, or Stiege. Wish he was here to ask. I believe it's Stieg, though. Oh, boy. Oh, arm alpha. Oh, no, more contact. Arm alpha.
That was the hardest thing. As soon as you touch wheels with one another, it's over, obviously.
Oh, and the Austin Powers effect was very strong on this track as well.
The backfire, it's great watching that. All of a sudden you're just getting a flame out of the exhaust on these. That chicane was great. If you could hold speed through that and really set you up for this next little hairpin. Which we came to find out that numerous people were just driving straight through that.
Yeah, I believe that was Chad on race 1 that I happened to just watch fly straight through there, and I believe there's something along the lines of, hey, you need to go through the chicane there, bud.
Yeah. He's like, what chicane? I didn't know there was a chicane there. This entire time he's been practicing just ignoring that entirely.
Yeah. It's like, no wonder he's so damn fast. But he did get it figured out. I believe, the first one he flies right through. The second one he slows down for, but doesn't realize how far you have to slow down. I think from then on he had it figured out.
And I mean, you got to come to a near stop to get that right.
Oh, and it's so... These mowers are so touchy, for me at least, on the brakes.
Yeah.
Is that you can overbrake and it's like you lock up and you're just going through.
Yeah. Flat spot the tires and you're just asking for a hell of a race the rest of the time.
Here's Mr. Austin flying around second place. Only about 21 seconds back already from Jesse.
Like, how is that possible?
Yep. Just past 5 minutes into the race, and he's got a 21.5. 22 second.
Here's that chicane we were talking about. You got to come to a real hard stop.
Oh, we don't get to see it anymore. Camera
Bummer.
cuts away. Got a battle going on between Armed Alpha and Zeus Rex here. Oh, arm runs. Ooh, I think maybe that's how he was running that. I thought he just ran it a little deep, but that might be what he was trying to do there. Just a different line than what I was rolling with through there. So
Right.
Ooh, get the inside.
And I can't emphasize enough how unstable these things were at high speed.
Yeah, well, and really low speed. And about any speed.
That's true. He's sitting at 100 some miles an hour on this little death trap, and the thing's just doing these speed wobbles.
Yep. Oh, you have the fastest lap of the race right now.
Let's go.
Saw that pop up. Oh, and now it's getting beaten.
It was a moment of glory I will forever hold for a brief moment.
And until fourth place came on through. Maybe that's everyone's fastest lap, not the session's fastest lap. On board with Armed Alpha there. I think he was kind of off on his own. No, he's getting followed by, looks like, Mullet Squirrel. Yep, Mullet Squirrel takes the position from him. That's 9th place. Remember, there's no points outside of the top 3 this round, other than your bonus points. So, passes, fastest laps, really kind of the name of the game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Mitchell, but the bonus point for this race was to make a clean lap?
Yes. So it was no wall touches, no cuts, basically no contact and no cuts. Which I look at Ethan driving here. He's definitely easing into it. There's Chad figuring out that chicane finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this being lap 4, he had no idea that was there the entire time he was practicing. So he's learning the track as we go. And I think that was. Yep, that was Jake Stieg.
Up on 2 wheels?
Yep. As
Nice.
Jesse goes ahead and puts the fastest lap down into 150 territory. I think he was about a good 4 seconds or so faster than anybody else. Oh no! Don't show me.
Nice.
There's a cut there. I very much locked it up and had it way in a bad spot, so I just rolled on through. I was in 8th place. I 16 seconds behind at this point, it looks like. Or sorry, no, I was 18 seconds behind the next person.
Oh, look, it's showing how the cart is so, like, it's doing the speed wobble thing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was good representation.
Even this spot right here, you're trying to be on the right-hand side, as close to that wall as you can be, to be able to carry more speed through that section. Big crash.
Whoa.
Jer 45 doing massive.
That was like a 720.
Yeah, I almost said a bunch of 360s, but you
start
add those
calling him
together.
We're going to call him Tony Hawk from now
Tony
on.
Hawk. Got that pop shove it going on.
Yep. Yep.
And with that, I still don't catch him. But what are you going to do?
Right. It's hilarious. There are certain views where it shows that the tire is actually coming off the rim.
Yeah, it's probably just something with the model or something with the track. It's playing rough in some fashion, but.
All right.
Going
Can
down
everybody make the clean?
Chicane.
Clean.
It's like Jake does. Clean out. He's just off.
Yep.
Jer falling behind them. He was sitting probably up in 4th place before he decided to, become a skater boy.
Yeah.
Jesse now looks like he's working himself through lap traffic already. Working on lap number 6 right now, already passing some members of the field.
At some point, I could swear he messes up and I pass him, and then he overtakes it again, and then just starts setting records.
If that's the case, he'd have to mess up quite good because he's over half a minute ahead of you now. But
maybe it's the next one because it's a double feature.
Yes. So we reverse the grid, and that definitely could have been it because you would have started ahead of him in round 2. So, yeah, I know how this ends. It's just Jesse wins this round, so
By a lot.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. That is one part of this recording that I will not forget is the whooping that Jesse put on everybody.
Yeah, matter of fact, I still think we need to go back and watch all of his footage. There's no way.
I don't know. He kept telling me like, oh yeah, you just got to be super slow and everything. Work and sell through traffic. Just not sure who that was, but
slow is not fast.
Apparently with these, he claims that that's what you had to do. Just slow down way more than you think you should or need to, and that was the way to drive. Chad is right on your back bumper right now. Because it looks like Ethan heads off. Mr. Hoff heads off again. Jared takes 5th place back from him. Johansson's falling right behind him. Oh, as he gets loose. One wall into the other one, ping-ponging around. Down to 7th. There's this mullet squirrel with another little event. Looks like he was right behind Zeus before that happened. Now he's dropped about 11 seconds. Working himself back up. Attacking 6th place. See if he can catch back up to Jake Johansson or not. Looks like pretty clean through there before. Maybe that's why it looks so clean, is that it, oh, this is not going well.
Also, where do I get one of these lawnmowers? Because I could get my lawn done so much faster.
I know. Well, and we'll see later, but the blades are actually spinning on this model while you're driving.
Better be fully functional. Why not?
Fully functional racing lawnmower. Also, I mean, you gotta mow your Lawnaco.
That's right. I've been looking for my next financial mistake, and I might have found it.
This would be an excellent financial mistake to make, I believe. And you know, the mower blades going basically makes this a fan car. Really helps the downforce.
Yeah, sucking you to the ground.
Mullet squirrel looks like around Zeus for 9th place as Jesse goes under 1 minute 50 seconds on a lap.
Quite the battle going on in the bottom half of the field. Up top, everything seems to be pretty stagnant.
Chad's passing somebody there. It looks like Jake Steeg is falling behind him. Chad puts it into the wall. Recovers pretty nicely. Oh no!
Oh no! I thought that looked like he was coming in too hot.
Huge off. Oh, that's right. And he is teleported to the pit lane for that. So he loses all progress on that lap and starts it over essentially. So, although now it currently ranks him as in 2nd place. He's slowly going to fall back, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Because he is actually, I believe I am even in front of him at that point. I did not have, I won't say I didn't have fun, but I did not have a very successful drive with the mower.
In practice, you were laying down some good times.
I think that's debatable.
No?
I think I thought they were really good, and then, Jesse shows up and just wipes the floor with me and everybody. So yeah. I think a little bit of my competitive nature is like, I gotta go faster.
Sure.
Apparently pushed way too hard. Unlike you here, who's just having a good time up in 2nd place.
As long as I stayed smooth, things kind of worked out for me.
Jesse now is at almost a 149. Almost under 149, so under 5 minutes to go here, and this is not 20 minutes plus 1 lap, it is just 20 minutes. Whenever the clock runs out, next to the line is your winner. Next finish, next time you cross the line is the end of it, I guess.
Yep.
Not you time it right, and if you're the first to cross the line afterwards, no, I mean, first place crosses the finish line, that's the finish. Which could have been a very interesting strategy if you're getting attacked and getting caught up to. If you slow down, cross the line and eliminate one more lap, maybe that's the difference in a race win, but not the case today.
No.
will not come into play. See, there we see Jake is down into 9th place.
Wow, that was a good pass.
After that teleportation to the pits after his massive accident.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Oh, absolutely, that was. Oh, Ethan. Putting it around again. So as we wrap this one up, let me know, what is your favorite color of a lawnmower? I am partial to the white one myself because I love the black rims.
That's true. I was gonna just say that the original Honda red kind of just looks so fitting on these.
See, the yellow one as well, which thankfully I believe I was on a red mower for this race, but the black wheels is just something else. That's just one of my things, though.
Me too. Every vehicle I own, black wheels.
It's just so much better.
I agree.
There's no reason to have any other color.
Nope.
It looks like
Ford always said.
Ethan is off again in the background as Jesse laps him. Ethan running in 6th place. Gets lapped by our leader.
Coming in wide. Nope, maintained.
Jared here with Johansson breathing down his neck. Gotta get it straight, bud. That is an excellent, show as to what these mowers are like to drive, though.
Yeah.
You saw that entire time that back end is just so live.
Yep.
Oh, and Johansson.
Oh,
but Jared gives it right back. I don't know. We might have to penalize Johansson for that one. He didn't stop. He cut the chicane. See if that makes a difference in the end.
Yeah, we did make a gentleman's rule that if you do cut that chicane, you need to come to a stop and then proceed.
Or at least give the position back.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see if that's within 5 seconds. I might take a place away from him. Although actually, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, anything under third place.
Anything under 3rd place. Although it could affect. I don't remember who got most overtakes. It could have been him.
True.
Let me see here. Oh, it's possible he might have gotten a bonus point for that. I'm not sure.
Man, that red though.
Oh, why are we following me again? Thank you. Get away from that guy. He's up to no good.
Isn't it based on interactions with walls and stuff?
Well, there was an interaction there between. Looks like I think that's Zeus and Jer.
Slow down.
Need to get the names back over the cars.
Oh.
Make it a little bit easier on. Well, something like this where, look at this absolute mess. This gaggle of cars, mowers, whatever you want to call them, just round and round and round. But yeah, we definitely need to get the names back over the mowers like we had in the last round, because that helps out, especially something like this where there's only so many colors of cars.
Right.
Of mowers. They're not cars, they're mowers. So it gets tricky, especially late in the race like this, to be able to tell who the lap cars are, who they're interacting with.
I found myself braking at that 100 mark, trying to keep this thing from going all over the place.
That's about where I was too. So as you see, clock expires. This means this is the final lap, and Jesse is getting pretty close to the finish anyway. So I believe we'll probably watch him on in as he gets around Zeus. Final chicane. Down to Casino Square. I believe that's what it's called. I'm probably wrong there. What is that turn called? Because I know it's kind of famous.
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
But here we go to the line. Jesse takes the win. Right now we have, so you made a mistake. Did we miss that on camera?
Did I really make a mistake? Me? No.
Yeah, because we have Mazda, Chad, in 2nd place at the moment.
Yeah, he did overtake me.
Seconds. So you
I think it was
have
turn 1, I think I messed up and hit the wall, and he passed me.
Yeah, so we have right now, it's Chad flying in second place. I mean, everybody is so far behind Jesse. It's not a competition.
No.
You know, as everyone continues to cross the line and finish up their laps here, that the race finally ends. That's me I can't even, been around this track for 20 minutes now and I still can't keep it off the wall.
It was a long 20 minutes.
Man.
It was tough.
This whole race was just rough.
And
oh. Here's our second place finisher. One of the last ones to finish. I think he's really just nursing this to get it back to the end. Just don't make a mistake. He's got second place wrapped up. He'll come home with 2 points, assuming he makes it to the line here. And you're about 14 and a half seconds behind. Oh, but Jer's not far behind you.
I remember him making a comment. He's like, I'm only a certain amount of seconds behind third place or something. So he's like, I gotta focus.
Yeah, look at it. He's closed it down. I'm guessing you got real conservative on the last that lap as well. But yeah, Jer 45. Look at him coming home fourth. He was working on you. Another lap or two, he might have closed it up enough to make it interesting.
Wouldn't have given him that extra lap or two. Take him out at the knees.
And Jake Johansson in 5th place is the last one to complete his lap. And we'll see how long our intermission is. It shouldn't be too terribly long.
I remember it was long enough for us to be doing a massive amount of
Oh
donuts.
my goodness. Huge collection there. And donuts ensue.
Just a bunch of kids.
Oh yes, that's the great part about sim racing, right? Don't have to worry about getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, no consequences for my actions, which I love.
Oh, and these mowers had horns to honk as well. I heard that just real quick there.
I didn't know that. I wish I would have known that. I would have just laid on my horn all the time trying to distract people.
Same thing with the FAO ones that we drove last week. They had a horn.
That's odd.
It was odd. That's a good way to put it. But just a reminder, we are reversing the grid now. So Jesse starts last, then Chad, then you, then Jer, and so on and so forth. So thought this would be a really interesting, at least first few laps. And I think it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
For most people.
It looks like the colors changed too. Because I was yellow in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here go the lights. 6 red lights. There, we're out. We're racing.
Now watch how corner 1 determines the rest of the race.
Oh! Yep, that's right. I forgot how much of a mess I made out of it.
There I go. I'm just working my way through.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe how bad that was.
Why am I the only red mower? I can't even act like that's somebody else. I don't remember if I made contact there or what, but yeah, I somehow going just on the straight into turn 1, I lost it. And so I was sideways and kind of got around, and I thought I was still running top 3, and then lost it again, hit the wall, and that shuffles me back to the pack again, which is where I belonged this race. So Arm to Alpha got away pretty clean. He's still sitting around 2nd right now. You're in 3rd.
I'm
Chad's
fighting
4th.
him right here.
Jesse's still back in 7th. He must have gotten caught up in that melee in turn 1.
Yeah, he comes back.
Yeah, I got caught up in something again, so I'm sitting in the final position.
If there was any race to fail, this was the race to fail.
Well, I just don't want to fail tonight, because for as much as I didn't enjoy driving these lawnmowers, I really, really enjoyed practice. That's Arm Alpha and I think Jer getting together there.
Yep, and there I go.
Tons of fun.
At this point, I'm like, I'm in second place. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to have to keep battling it out to keep it.
I remember why I'm so far back.
Why?
Because I took a break.
Oh, yeah. When you got a beer there, bud, did you?
Yep, that's right. I had another... I think I had two different spots where I was like... I was so frustrated. I was just... I'm going to take a break. So I ran to the fridge real fast and grabbed me a beer.
I mean, it wouldn't be a lawnmower without a beer in hand,
exactly.
Right? Yeah,
You can't
Lawnaco.
mow. I wonder if these have cup holders.
Yeah.
They should, if they don't.
I
you
think
see
we were...
server notifications flashing up above. That is from the last race. The plugin was very behind for some reason. Hopefully that's resolved going forward. But everything was delayed a handful of minutes, so ignore that from here on out.
Right.
Oh, this chair just riding that wall. You can't go through that, bud.
Yeah. When in doubt, ride it out.
Yeah. You're not gonna break anything too bad, which is good.
They
for
were pretty robust vehicles. Yeah.
Bumper cars again. Ethan and Mullet Squirrel and Zeus following up. See if he can. Okay, he gets around him clean. Up with Jer sitting in 5th position now. He's got a bit of a gap between Jesse and himself. See if he can manage to track you guys down this round. Oh, Zeus and Ethan just can't avoid each other right now. I think Ethan had a pretty decent finish in round 1.
I thought so.
Let's see where I have him at. He finished 6th in round 1. So, yeah, he's down in 10th place. That's not where he wants to be for sure.
Here's me in 1st place, just totally stoked that it's actually a thing, and then soon I get passed up.
How did that happen? Did Jake make a mistake?
Yep.
Is that how he ends up back in 4th?
Sure did.
Yep. Jesse's chasing after you now.
Yep.
Tons of action around the track right now. Ethan following Zeus. Oh, and Zeus makes a mistake. Oh, I might have had a little bit of help there, judging by the way Ethan kind of braked a little late there. Alpha has a moment. And then he's facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that last corner, you get into it too soon and it bites you.
Yep, Jesse took the lead.
And the magical power of beer helped me out. I'm now in the top 10.
Yeah. Somehow took a break and came back and still managed to gain in the field.
I believe I had when I passed him, I said something along the lines of, "Dude, you're having a worse. You must be having the same kind of race that I was earlier."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sitting about 3 seconds behind Mullet now.
Looking pretty good.
I'm curious how I would have finished this race had I not taken my break.
I mean, maybe worse. Maybe the sanity level wouldn't have risen without the beer, you know?
Yep. That could have been the difference maker for all I know.
A little liquid encouragement never hurt anybody.
Well, and Zeus battling now for 10th place. So I got around Zeus as well, so I'm up to 9th.
And track conditions really played a part in how these things handled.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a game changer once it got rubbered in a little bit more. You can ride that throttle a little bit more. It's like Chad puts it backwards, so he loses out on the final points position to Jake. See if he can recover from that. There's that beautiful orange or red machine again. Don't know my colors.
Sure is.
Roy G. Biv. Figure out which color that is.
like identical to the fire
So
hydrant.
smooth.
or
So
fire
smooth.
extinguisher.
What a beautiful driver that last one was.
Yeah. A lot of places were hard to gauge how much speed you could carry into the corner without pushing in the cart too wide.
Well, I mean, you could drive each corner differently too.
Yeah.
You can send it in, be fast in, and hope you miss the wall, or be slow in and really get on it getting out. It just really depends. Good little battle here between Zeus and Mullet again.
Jeez,
They had
pulling away.
An action-packed second race.
Right.
Ethan's in out in the middle of nowhere. He's got Jake Johansson falling behind him about 1.5 seconds, but they have nobody out in front.
The Johnson's coming for you.
Here comes Johnson. Here comes Johnson.
Yeah, and you can see Jesse's already put a 3-second lead on me.
Hey, that's not bad. You're hanging in there. You're only 3 seconds back. About 8 minutes into this instead of, 3 laps in down 30. So
Yeah. That was such a sketchy location, too, of the track going through that tunnel. You had just that slight, 45-degree turn you had to make, but you're going 100 and some miles an hour.
Oh boy, that's why it's on me, because I lose the rear, hit that inside. And there's that bump right after that blue and white sign.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that was such a pain, because you stay close to the right-hand side, that bump is so much worse.
Upset the car dramatically.
Oh yeah. The first handful of times that I hit that, it was just straight into that outside wall. Because you have it floored, you're not thinking anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you hit it, and it throws the car in the air, plus it gives you lose all your traction, so kind of like that.
Yeah, what? It's like the back end just gets loose on you and you don't notice it until it's too late.
Yep, just too much throttle.
Be careful.
Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe.
The story of the entire race.
And something I am not very good at.
After driving that supercar V8 at Bathurst, I almost felt like I was trained for this. It was just such a lot to handle.
Well,
It was different.
Yeah, this was so snappy when you screwed up, though. Where the V8 supercars were snappy too, but I feel like I had a quick second, or I could actually use it in some fashion. Where this was just, you tap a wall in this and it hates you. The V8 supercars, you can kind of mash a wall here and there. As long as you do it right, it doesn't kill you.
Yeah, it had that weight transfer that you could almost use to your advantage versus this thing weighs, 300 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a little more than 300, but yeah.
Well, whoever thought it was a good idea to stick a 1,000cc motor on a 500-pound vehicle, I commend you.
Hey, we're the idiots that are, driving them.
That's true.
In the principality, so.
One person specifically actually put the race schedule together and selected this track.
Okay, let's talk about the race schedule for a second.
Okay.
Because as we're setting this whole deal up, this whole series, let's be honest, has been by the seat of our pants, right?
It's true.
We're very much learning as we go. Mullet is learning how to drive backwards, apparently. But when we set this up and we got everybody joining in, I put together a list of what I had and was looking for suggestions. You know how many responses I got out of the 12 or 15 people, whatever we had?
I just know that on my part, I said everything looks good, so I fully backed you on your decisions. Good or not.
Okay, so this is your fault as well, is what you're admitting to.
I'll take responsibility for not bringing up the potential issues that this type of a vehicle could cause.
Well, this was meant to be fun. We since it's around the holidays, this was on the 21st. We recorded on Thursday. Maybe people leave in town early, because they have Friday off instead of Monday or Tuesday or whatever. So I didn't really want to say hey, this is a full points race. So if you miss this, you're kind of at a deficit, right?
Right.
So I wanted to make sure that if you had to miss one for the holidays, it's fine. So
Ironically, had like some of the biggest fields that we've had out of all the races, so a lot of participation in these.
Yeah, I don't. We'll see. We'll see tonight when we race again, but I don't think
Yeah.
last week was that anyone missed out. I don't think anyone was actually out of town, so I think we
Yeah.
had the full field, which is good. Very happy with that.
Me too.
But getting back to the schedule, I believe I had 3 responses out of the 12 or so people. So there's just, it was pretty much, up to me what we did. So I threw it together. We made a couple changes already. What was it? We swapped the Tatus FA01s at Road America were originally slated to be the Cobra 427, which is worse to drive than the supercars. So we backed off on that one. I'm glad we did, because that was a very fun race, and I think most people enjoyed it and handled it very well. Versus that the Cobra would have been like this, probably worse than this.
Oh yeah, I took it around Laguna Seca. It was awful.
Yeah, so I'm glad there was a little bit of input to say, hey, maybe we should not do that car, and we did. So, and it worked out to the good. And then tonight's race, I didn't have specific cars picked out. I was like, we're gonna do cross cars or, a rally cross car or something.
Mm-hmm.
And got some feedback again, decided that cross cars were the best option. So,
and completely agreed. It was great.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It's incredible. Back to this race though. There's mayhem happening.
Yeah, a lot of battling out in the 9 through 6.
Yeah, they're over a minute behind me. So,
Woof.
yeah. They're having a little bit too much fun, I would say. Although pretty much after I got into 8th place, I feel like I ran fairly consistently from there. Like, I don't think I had really any other major incidents.
Yeah.
Which probably shows why I'm 7.5 seconds back instead of 30.
Well, that's how I felt about being in second to Jesse. I was really to the point that I wasn't trying to focus on catching him. I just wanted to maintain my positioning.
Yeah, did he take it easier this race, you think?
I don't know. He's 25 seconds ahead of me.
I mean, he was a minute and a half before, on the first one.
That's true. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! Rejoining onto the track, split.
Wow.
This is impressive.
That was out of pure luck, though. I'm gonna claim that as luck.
Stunt driver scenario right there.
Clean.
This battle here is brought to you by today's sponsor, Honda.
Yeah. Honda, if you're listening, we're looking for a sponsorship. Feel free.
There you go.
We'll do a whole mini-series on these things.
No. No, I mean, I'd love to. I would commentate it. I would not participate in it.
Perfect.
But, yeah, especially put these on like a go-kart track or something. That could be really very fun. But the walls of Monaco are so savage to these cars.
Not forgiving.
Nope. There's a love-hate relationship with road courses. With city tracks. They're very iconic. They're very fun when you get right. But when you don't get them right, it's just another world, man.
It's a bad day for everybody.
I like regular tracks when you make a mistake and you go into the gravel, or maybe you hit a wall and you feel ashamed and everything, but you're not just flat out stuck turn backwards. And then these, to flick them around, you basically have to mash on the throttle for 0.5 seconds, and then about a second and a half later it spins around, it over rotates.
Yeah.
not fun.
What do we got here? Is this fourth?
This is
And
fourth
fifth?
place, Jer, but I don't think so. He must be interacting with Jesse or someone else at that point. Well, it's off on his own. He's got no one in front or behind that's any real, not for places at all. Oh, and let's Jer go by easy. We don't have a ton of good battles right now. Ethan and Jake Johansson are touching distance. Same with Jer and the other Jake. But other than that, everyone else is very spread out.
Yeah, towards the end here, you can tell people are getting spaced out, and it becomes a bittersweet thing. I enjoy not seeing someone in front of me because it makes me not want to push faster, but
If we were to do this again, I probably would have changed it to maybe 3 10-minute races or something instead. Something a little quicker, a little bit more impactful. People go for things a little bit harder, maybe. A little bit more chaos. This race was not enough chaos, I'd say.
Yeah, just wait till tonight. Tonight will be utter chaos.
Oh, tonight's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. Because tonight is going to be drifting, essentially. You're racing, but you're drifting.
It will be interesting to see if anyone decides to take the opposite approach and try to just slow down to make the corners and not drift everything.
I hope not.
It might be faster. It might be.
But here we are. We're wrapping down. I believe it looks like Jesse will cross the line and have one more lap on top of this one.
Oh, he got it. Does he keep it?
Oh, did we have a pass?
We had a pass, then it turned into a battle.
That's Jared Mullet Squirrel. So that's not even position. That's just straight up battle.
Yep.
But I think that did that cost Jared position? I think it did. I think Ethan drove on through after that happened, so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He moves down to 6th place.
Sounds like a bunch of mosquitoes just running around a track.
Meow.
Yep.
Jesse Crum to the line again. We're less than a minute, so this will be starting the final lap. Look at that precision. Maybe he wasn't lying when he said that he just went really slowly and that was fast.
I guess. I feel like I was driving that way. I don't know. I wasn't like pushing. I don't know. I would like to overlap or overlay his track throttle in mine, you know what I mean? Like to see where he was inputting throttle and stuff.
Yeah, and for some reason the data from this round is broken on my tracker, so I don't have that for you to be able to do that anymore.
Bummer. We will never know his wizardry.
Racer of the day, I think. Right here. Jason, who am I after? I don't know who I'm after right here, but going for it on the last lap. I don't. No. I'm about half a minute behind him, so I had another event. So I don't know who that was, but I got around him. I put someone a lap down, I think.
I think you did.
Impressive. So yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's probably pretty easy to pick driver of the day. I think we're probably looking at Jesse as that. But any honorable mentions?
I mean,
I honestly, I think I'd give it to Chad. I was very impressed with his drives today.
Yeah, he was keeping up with the best of them, apparently.
Yeah, you did as well. I expected it more out of you than him, though. I don't know if that's fair or not, but
I can't recall. Is Chad newer to the sim racing?
I think so. I believe so too. I believe he's pretty new. So the fact that he was able to do this as well as he did, especially. Oh, look at that! Crossing the line, 2nd place is OS me. Well, that's me. What a wonderful drive. 2nd place, I'll take it.
Yeah.
The real second place.
Let's see it. Yeah, like I had nobody around me. That was
Nope.
perfect.
Nope. You top three were spaced out pretty well. Cross the line, takes home second. So you finished third in race 1, second in race 2. Chad right now is running third in this one. He finished second in race 1. Jesse, of course, wins both rounds pretty comfortably. He also had both fastest laps. And I'm sure we'll get to the cameras of everybody absolutely destroying each other in the runoff of turn 1. For now, though, we'll watch Jake come in 4th place. Go to Ethan, come around the last corner. Down the front stretch, finish 5th.
The Johnson coming up soon.
Bam!
Boom.
Big
Dude.
contact. And I was stuck upside down for a good portion of this.
Yeah.
Jer's not gonna, gain or lose any positions, but he's working himself on home. There you go. There's what too much throttle gives you. Cross the line, and then it's just Mullet Squirrel. Let's see where.
I like how
he's
everybody automatically points themselves towards another person. Like we are
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
collide. Oh.
at. There's some contact, and the mayhem in the background is just to die for. I think a couple of us did. Actually, I think a couple of us at this point have already gotten teleported back to the pit lane and we're doing donuts there instead of the turn 1 runoff.
You're right.
But while that happens, we'll go ahead and flash up the new standings. After round 5, Jake Steeg, not Jake from State Farm anymore, putting more last names in place here. Now only 8 points ahead of Jesse after Jesse's wonderful, wonderful round.
Yep.
Picked up more points than I expected anybody to. Between the 2 race wins, which was 3 points apiece. He also had clean laps in both of them, so there's 2 more points. He got fastest lap on 2 more, and then he also had the most passes, obviously going from last to first in the second round. So he picked up 5 bonus points on top of 6 finishing points. Picks up 11 total, while Jake from State Farm, Steeg himself, he picked up 2. So
Barely holding on to that lead though. Only 8 points away for Jesse.
Catch up there from Jesse, and he retakes second place from Jake, I believe, too. So the Jesse combo is still pretty close. Third place, 13 points behind. That's a race win away from being right back in the thick of things. So
Sure is.
from there, though, I'm still sitting in 4th place. Mullet Squirrel is now 5th. He had a good day.
Phenomenal.
Excuse me. He had a pretty good day. Chad had a good day. Mullet did not have quite so good of a day. But Chad picked up a couple points. You and him tied with points for the day, so you're still tied for 6th, but now only 3 points out of 5th and 12 points behind me. But of course, you guys have also both missed at least 1 round, so
Yeah, I'm 2
the
rounds down.
the max points possible for the last 5 might still be come into play and change here, which I suppose I can go ahead and give myself an X2 because I score 0 points on the day, no finishing points, no bonus points. So we'll go ahead and chalk this one up as a dropped round. So I guess
Throwaway.
Chad and I are on equal footing in that regard. After you, though, Zeus Rex, Ethan Power, Hoff, however you say it. I really got to get these all figured out. Armed Alpha 10th, Zach, Mr. Hell's Awake 11th, Jer 45. Had a really good day. Finished 4th in the first round. But unfortunately, that's not worth any points. So he's still sitting towards the rear there. And we missed Kyle today. I guess that was our one guy that we did lose for the holidays. He said he was pretty busy with everything, so unfortunately, no Kyle. But next round we've been talking about it all day, riding cross karts, and not only that, we're going to be cross karts on a Hot Wheels track.
Definitely one to tune in and check out. It's going to be top tier.
Yes, it'll be fantastic. It's going to be a ton of fun. Just like this one's a little bit more silly, a little bit more just for fun, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I think we will. But we'll let you see that one next week. Any final thoughts, Austin? Before we
just
wrap this one up.
Want to reiterate again, if you are thinking that you want to get into sim racing or you want to come join us on our server, leave a comment. We'll get you added. Looks like we still have some room to fill for a couple more spots on the field. Yeah.
Yes, we do. And we can probably expand past 16 concurrent drivers at this point, too, as we make changes and upgrades to our server and whatnot. So if you would like to join in, please let us know. We will get you added. We have, as this comes out next week, we will have, looks like 4 rounds left, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we will be doing another series after this, so feel free. Maybe you don't want to join this one. Maybe you want to join the next one. Let us know.
Absolutely.
We should have room. We will let everybody in. We'll probably try and increase the field even more. Just more fun things to do. So without further ado, though, that will wrap it up for Mitchell and Austin and our wonderful retro hobby. We will see you next week.
Adios.